Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points.
In this video, I will be speaking about USDCAD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss.
If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts.
Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently stuck in a monthly range. We have the bottom of the range here acting as support all across the zone. And we can notice, in fact, how multiple times the market tested the area and rejected it to the upside. And at the same time, we have resistance at the top of this range, which has as well been tested multiple times and rejected to the downside every single time. Now, until the market will remain in between these two levels, we could simply expect more horizontal ranging to go on for this market. However, since the last test was at the bottom of the range, there is definitely a higher probability that now the market might want to go and test the high of this range. So there is definitely the possibility to see some more bullish price action inside of this range for the market to head towards a test of the high of this monthly range. Keeping that in mind and dropping that on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, from a weekly perspective, first of all, we can notice how the level that the market is currently testing is a quite important structured zone from a weekly perspective. This area, in fact, was acting as previous support here, preceding this rejection to the upside, again, support here, and then we had the break below that zone. And that previous support was turned resistance here, again here, and until the market will remain below this previous weekly support and resistance, we could simply expect more bearish continuation from a weekly standpoint. However, it seems like the market is trying to break above that zone. And if that will be a successful break, at that point, there is definitely an increased probability of seeing that test of the high of the range that we wanted to see by looking at the market from a monthly standpoint. So we are currently at the key zone that the market needs to break to the upside in order to continue higher. Dropping down the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, I did speak about USDCAD quite a few times in the past. I spoke about it when the market was here. I explained all the reasons for which we could expect first this push lower, then the continuation higher, and then from here I made another breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we could expect first this move to the downside, and then from here the creation of this new daily higher high. And again, that is exactly what the market did. And by the way, I will link in description all these previous analysis, so you can go and check them out for more free education. Now, at the moment, even though it is clear that this previous level, this previous high here has been rejected to the downside anyway, it is important to keep in mind how still we have been creating higher lows, and at the same time, the market has been creating higher highs. So from a daily standpoint, at the moment, this market is still in a bullish trend. So there is still the possibility of seeing more bullish continuation being created potentially with the market breaking above the weekly resistance that we have previously identified, which at that point would open up the way for the market to go and test the high of the range that we have identified previously on the monthly time frame. However, it is also important to keep in mind that until the market will remain below this level here, there is easily the possibility to see a rejection to the downside because this area is very strong resistance and has already been respected multiple times. In fact, starting from here, we can see that every time that the market tested its zone so far, it got rejected to the downside. So only if we get a break above this level, only at that point on the retest of the previous resistance turn support, that is where we have good probabilities of getting more institutional longing, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this zone. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing, and we check the data precisely for the CAD, we can see that just now net positions have once again started decrease, but just a bit. We just went from minus 2.3K to minus 7.7K net positions. So the decreasing of net positioning that we're currently seeing is just a small decrease of net positioning, and it seems like it just started. So there is still definitely the possibility to see more bearish continuation, only if we get a break above on the retest of the previous resistance turn support. This is where there is good probability of getting a sharp decrease in net positions. And keep in mind that a decrease in net positions means that institutions would be shorting the CAD, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And in order to short the CAD, they would need to long USDCAD. So if we get a break on the retest, this is where there is good probability of getting institutional longing of USDCAD by shorting of the CAD, so by decreasing the net positions on the CAD. And that would increase the probabilities of this potential move higher. So if we get this break and retest, what I would expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so for hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection to the upside, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked both in description and on the main page of my YouTube channel. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete, all-inclusive mentorship program that I have created for you. As soon as you open the website, you will see this video breaking down everything included in the mentorship program. And in the program, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses and also to the software, so the COT data software, which is exactly the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software with Telegram signals integration, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, so you will have my personal contact. And if you continue to scroll down on the website, you will see that directly from the website, you will have the possibility to register and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the registration process. So at least I suggest that you go and check it out right now. The link is both in description and in the main page of my YouTube channel, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, let me know in the comments below any pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos, and I will see you in my next breakdown.